Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast, and ESPN fires hand down, man down, Mark Jackson. Mama, there goes that man. Mark Jackson? What? I mean, look, I know they got rid of Jeff Van Gundy, okay, and that was crazy. I liked him too. That was a great duo, and I'm just getting wind of this now, and that is just absolutely crazy. Man, and then they're replacing Mark Jackson with Doris Burke and Doc Rivers. What wasn't Doc Rivers looking for a job? You know what I'm saying? He wants to go right into TV. Okay, I know prior to him coaching, before he I believe it's before he took the Boston Celtics job, he was working at ESPN in the early mid 2000s. So man, I mean, look, Doc at that time, Doc was okay. Doc was okay, but as of recent, though, Doc is, I mean, yo, he's been terrible at coaching, obviously, with just the 3-1 blown leads. So, do we want to hear his basketball takes? You know what I'm saying? Going forward. But I mean, to replace Mark Jackson with Doris Burke, she's great, cool. You know what I'm saying? She's not necessarily part of what was part of that A team of announcers, but clearly they promoted her up, and there was reports that he got demoted. Mark Jackson got demoted, and look, Mark Jackson is a proud brother. I'm sure he didn't like that. I don't know why he got demoted, but yo, just some odd shakeups at ESPN. There was more layoffs coming, and this is a big one. Mark Jackson was great for the network. I enjoyed the games he called. He got a little preachy at times, but he was funny though. You know what I'm saying? He was really good. He was entertaining. I never had any issues with the games he called. Obviously, there was some takes he would have during games where I wouldn't agree, or he would just say the obvious, but nonetheless, though, he was still great. I still liked him, enjoyed him. And man, this just sucks, man. This is lame. ESPN, they're just lost, man. And look, like I said, I got nothing against Doris Burke, but I mean, I don't think she was A1 talent for calling the games. She's great at what she does. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have no issues with her calling the games, but to promote her and demote Mark Jackson and therefore fire Mark Jackson is just absolutely wild, man. Like, yo, these shakeups at ESPN is absurd. Clearly, obviously, they're going a different direction. Whatever that direction is, I don't know. Is this part of trying to, have a woman on the A team calling these games? I mean, look, if they were gonna put a woman on the A team, Doris Burke should get the job. Clearly, she's put in the work and the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, if you got rid of Van Gundy, if you wanted to have Mark Jackson and Doris Burke call games together, okay. But Doc Rivers, though, I'm scratching my head. I had no idea Doc Rivers was in the running to go back to calling games. I mean, I would think you would want to lay low for a bit or get some type of, but he's probably too proud to be an assistant coach. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Doc Rivers is also another proud man. But I mean, yo, if you're trying to coach, I mean, he was looking for a job. Nobody wanted to hire him. His name was definitely floating around the coaching circles or in the NBA circles, but nobody wanted him. And I understand, considering just the collapses that's been under his belt with the amount of star players that he's been able to have. He's had the luxury to coach. You would think that, he would, humble himself and take an assistant, but that's not probably in his makeup. And so he's just going to call games and, generate buzz as people continue to hear his voice and see his face. And then maybe in a year or two, when there's another round of NBA firings and a position that he likes opens up, his name is going to be on the top of the list because he's shown face. I mean, similar to Mark Jackson when he coached the Warriors and he was fired, or he stepped down, he got fired, and you know what? His name started circulating around again, coming up because I mean he's present on the ESPN, continuing to show visibility. So his name was always getting floated for jobs. So that's crazy. So bigger and better things for Mark Jackson. Hopefully, hey, maybe he wants to get back into coaching. Maybe not. I don't know. Look, I think Mark Jackson can coach. I think he can, and maybe this is for him to get back into it, or find a different network or start his own thing. Mark Jackson, sad to see. I really liked him. Very, very good dude. Smart, proud, knows the game. You know what I'm saying? He was part of that Arkansas team. He's part of the coach. You know, he coached the Warriors right before they really took off. So I mean, the man knows his basketball. Very entertaining dude, and it's just man. I mean, just when you think it was over, it wasn't, and we had a big name, and you promote Doris Burke for whatever female empowerment agenda. I'm not knocking Doris Burke, but it just seemed like, yo, like what? You know what I'm saying? But it's really, you know, I'm scratching my head more with the Doc River hire, though. That to me, that is more mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you swap out Doc for, you swap out Mark Jackson for Doc. Like, what are y'all doing? You know? Wow. Just when you thought it was over, it wasn't, man. So, anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think about Mark Jackson getting dropped from ESPN and replaced by Doris Burke, and then hiring Doc Rivers, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Crazy news. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this vid. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.